Well, we gotta pay bills and eat.
True.
Bills come every month, and eating comes every day.
That's, you know, at least you don't have, what is it? Student loans and shit to deal with.
Oh, yeah, thank you. But now I'm getting decent car insurance prices.
Now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Man, I was paying 300 and some bucks a month for car insurance.
Yeah, that's about what I pay.
Well, I went with Progressive. I pay $118 now. That's a big difference.
Drive a Cadillac, too.
Yeah, that's a big difference. And my car got some issues going to have to be dealt with. Something's wrong with the door on the driver's side. I gotta go have that fixed.
I'm just waiting for the electric Cadillac.
Me too.
That's what I want. Electric Cadillac?
Me too. Which I think is probably next year.
You think?
Oh yeah, everybody's coming out with electric cars next year. Everybody. All the car makers.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the Hummer, too.
The Hummer?
Yeah, they're coming out with an electric Hummer.
I hope it don't look like the last one. I didn't particularly care for the last design of the last Hummer.
What do you mean? The one that was a truck?
Well, all of them. From the outside,
All of them, he says.
because I've been in all of them. From the outside, it looks like it would be really roomy inside, but they're not. They are cramped inside, which is really weird when you think about it.
Yeah, well, yeah. They're not made for fucking...
But it's such a big vehicle, you figured the inside would be bigger. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it is very well.
Even the new ones that are smaller.
One of my good friends was a huge Hummer fan. He had one that he'd been working on for a long time.
The military-looking one or the truck-looking one?
The H2.
Okay.
So the second one, the big
Yeah.
box-looking thing.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he had the H3, which was a smaller box-looking one.
Right. I think that one's on a chassis of a Suburban.
Might be.
Now that Bronco does look interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll have an electric Bronco. Man, they had a drag race last week. The NRH was on, and they had a drag race between an electric Mustang and a normally aspirated engine Mustang.
Mm-hmm.
And the electric Mustang just blew him away. It just blew him away. It wasn't even a contest.
Yeah. They're going to be in the future, like, 100 years from now, like, these idiots were using explosions to move around.
Yeah, shooting shit out the back.
Yeah. Fucking explosions. It's pretty, barbaric.
Combustible engine. Combustible.
Explosions.
That's what that means.
Controlled explosions.
Controlled.
Bunch of little explosions just constantly going off. What the fuck did I do with my water? I seriously left it downstairs.
You mean your cup?
Yeah.
Yeah, you must have. Unless you put it in the room there. Did you leave it?
No.
You left it downstairs.
I know.
You left your stoof downstairs.
Oh, man. Kitty got to go for a walk today.
Oh yeah?
Yep. Both of them.
Did they enjoy it?
Yeah, he went out in the front yard a little bit, and then a car went by and he lost his mind. Like, I don't want to be here.
Said, what the fuck was that?
Yep.
Some big shit going by.
Which I don't mind. It just means he's not going to go outside as easily yet.
He's not crazy about it yet.
Yeah, no.
If ever. Some cats become indoor cats. They don't want to go outside. You can leave the door open, they won't go no fucking where.
Yeah, it's their territory. And he'll explore. They're explorers.
Oh yeah, they're curious.
This motherfucker gets a chance, he's out.
They're curious animals. Cats are super curious. They try to figure out what the fuck is going on here. The dog is like, yeah, okay, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't listen when let's put it this way, he walks me, I don't walk him.
I finally got my dog to listen now. He listens now. When I call him, he comes right to me.
Those little shits.
He's
Those little shits they're not hard to train, they're just, you have to actually train them if you know.
Yeah, they're hard-headed. They are
they're
hard-headed.
stubborn.
They're stubborn and they're high-strung.
Boston Terrier, by the way.
Yeah, they're high-strung. But he's coming around really good now.
Yeah.
I can take him off leash, and I tell him stay with me, and he stays right with me.
That's good.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd ever got Poncho on that level.
Well, you didn't have him that long.
No, but I don't know if I'd ever put in the time and effort
Oh,
to get him
okay.
that.
Yeah, well.
Because that's a different level.
Well, right now, my dog is in my life. It's the only animal that I spend any time with.
Oh, I know.
You know, I mean, I'd be a lonely motherfucker if I didn't have that dog.
Would you be?
Fuck yeah. Because there's not... Oh, at least I can talk to him.
That's true.
You know?
I mean, there's avenues to talk to people if you want to talk to people.
Well, yeah. I mean, I have friends that call. We talk on the phone. Like my friend, he's building a tiny home in his backyard.
A tiny home, huh?
Yeah, in his backyard.
Jesus.
He lives on Parkside. The guy told you he lives on Parkside.
Oh, he lives down the road from... Oh, on the opposite side. What's he going to do with this tiny home?
Well, he's going to keep stuff in it. His grandkids can play in it like a big playhouse.
Oh, they're just going to use it as a...
And he's going to store stuff. He's putting the second story on it now. It's going to be 2 stories with a roof.
Yeah, this house down there is definitely interesting.
Oh, I know it is. I've probably seen it before, I'm sure.
It's amazing I don't even want to say craftsmanship, because the craftsmanship's not even the issue. It's just
No, but it is.
the uniqueness.
Yeah, but it is craftsmanship too.
It
It's
is.
both.
There's craftsmanship.
Because all those houses up in there are what you call custom-made houses.
Mhm.
When they were built, they were all custom-made.
I know, and my point is that house that I went to that one time to do I was like, hey, this is what you could do.
Yeah.
That 5,000. That was
Oh, yeah.
another custom-made house. You'll never see another one around it. The difference is these feel
Warmer, more.
just different. Like smaller for one. It's not as big.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's only half the size. So, and it's also just so old and boxy. It's not designed for, like, it definitely wasn't built for a fucking TV.
For a TV?
Yeah.
What do you mean, built for a TV?
Like houses now are actually built around TV.
Entertainment
Yes.
centers.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, back then, you know, all you...
Not even entertainment centers. Now you can just hang it on the fucking wall.
Probably when those houses were built, television was still black and white.
No. It's 1920s. There's no television. That house was built in the 1920s. Television wasn't until the 40s, I think.
Well, rich people had them, but like maybe in the late 30s, 39, 38.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, for rich people. There was only probably one channel that only stayed on for 2 or 3 hours. Shit like that, you know.
Yeah.
But by the 50s...
It was invented in 1927.
1927.
So yes, there's a possibility.
Well, they had televisions.
There's a possibility.
Those are rich people.
No, it's a possibility. I know, but if they're there's a difference between rich people and rich, intelligent people. Like the house feels like it was set up for someone who was a professor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There was no, like, even if it was built now, this person probably wouldn't have a room for a TV. You know what I'm saying?
You think?
Yeah, like, I think people build houses now where, like, their TV, the only time they
Well,
watch
see-
TV is when they're in bed.
Well, see, back then, the big thing was the fireplace, more so than the television. It was all about the fireplace and the radio.
Which is what the room is built around.
Yeah.
Is the fireplace.
Yeah. And a lot of those houses have more than one fireplace. A lot of those houses.
That one doesn't.
Okay, but a lot of those
But yes,
houses
I
over there
know.
do have 2 or 3 fireplaces.
Oh yeah, in different rooms.
Yeah.
One in the main room, one
One
in
in
the
the-
bedroom.
Yeah.
One
And sometimes one in the kitchen.
This one's not that big, and it had
How many
probably a
bedrooms
coal
is it?
furnace.
Do you know how many bedrooms it is? 4 or 5.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bedroom.
Howdy, sir.
What's up? Good catch. Yeah, 4 or 5 bedrooms. It's not like
Did it have a dumbwaiter?
it may have at one point. It has a chute,
Yeah.
Thank you.
but I don't know if it had a dumbwaiter.
Get back to work.
Have fun, buddy.
I will, right?
Yeah.
Bye, Rudy.
Take it easy, man. Are you good with this?
What?
People coming to the window like
You
that?
just come say hi.
Yeah, I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying.
What are you saying? The guy came to the window and said hello,
Okay.
and then he left. I mean, that's all he did.
Who was that?
It's Josh. He owed me money.
Oh, Josh. Okay.
He had owed me money from. I let him borrow like $100 for that car
Oh,
that he had bought,
yeah.
and he had just now been able to give it back.
Give it
to
back
me.
to you.
Yeah. So, and since I don't let anybody in the house,
The window.
the window's where you go.
That's logical. That makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Because basically the only people that really come in here is me and Cut, isn't it?
Yes.
Basically.
Baby mama every once in a while.
Yeah.
But, yeah, just you and Cut. Gotta fucking... I'm like... I guess we're supposed to get another 300 for the...
You
unemployment.
are. Yeah.
People are, yeah.
Yeah. I ain't getting shit.
You didn't get unemployment, did you?
No.
Why not?
Because I didn't know I could. I had no idea that I could do it. If I did, I would have done
You
it.
still can.
No. Well, Double say no.
Oh, Double O said no?
That's what he told me.
Oh.
Double said it was too late.
Oh, well. Damn.
Hey, you know what? Never had it, so I don't miss it.
That's true.
You understand what I'm saying? I got the 1,200.
That's true.
That helped.
And they might do it again.
Might. I don't know.
How do you not get Social Security?
I do get Social Security.
Oh, okay.
That's why I got the 1,200.
No, I meant, but you get Social Security every month?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you can't get unemployment.
No, I can still get unemployment and be on Social Security.
How?
You can
You're
work
retired.
part-time. You can work
Yeah.
part-time.
Yeah, but
Yeah. There ain't no but.
I know you can work part-time, but how are you get unemployment? Again, you're not, you can work part-time, but why, you're on Social Security. Which
Well, the
means-
COVID made whatever, if you work part-time or full-time, wherever you work, if it made a difference in your income, then you could get a stimulus check.
Unemployment. Yes. Yep. But, back to my point, you're getting income.
Yeah.
So this is one of the first things they ask you. When you asking her the questions, are you getting this income? Click. And as soon as you click on that, they're going to be like, how much? And as soon as you put that much, they're going to be like, okay, well, we don't have to give you money then.
Really?
Yeah. Because...
Well, I mean, I didn't fill out nothing. I just got a
No,
check.
I know, but I'm just saying. No, that's different.
Oh, you're talking about unemployment.
The stimulus is everyone in the world, everyone that was a citizen that
Right.
filed taxes and...
Or didn't file taxes. If you're on Social Security, railroad pension,
or just broke.
yeah.
You just file that you didn't file tax. Like, you can file the taxes, just put 0.
Yep.
And that's how I got it.
Yep.
But... Oh, God, it's just harsh.
See, actually, I'm not getting as much as I could get because I didn't have enough hours in Social Security.
Right, 'cause you did
So-
a lot on the table.
Right. So I'm only getting almost 600.
Yeah.
Where if I had worked more, I'd be getting something like 780.
Yeah, but that 600 is all they're giving to regular employees. Like, when you file for unemployment, if you don't have, like, if you're getting a minimum, which is probably a 10, 12 bucks an hour job, you're probably going to get close to the minimum. No, probably 9. Minimum wage. You're going to get one. It's probably based off minimum wage.
You think so?
Yeah, it's $277.
Oh, okay.
That's every 2 weeks. So it's less than what you are already getting.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to be like, no, you already make more. And
Yeah.
it'd be different if you had a job and you were like, I got this job and I'm making this much money, and they go, okay, well, you can get up to $325, I think it is. No matter how much you make $80,000 a year, lose your job, $325 a week. Taxed.
That's somebody making $80,000 and go down to that. That's
Taxed.
yeah, taxed.
Don't forget, it's fucking stupidly taxed.
Well, they want to give another stimulus, but they want to tie it to Social Security, where you'll have to pay it back.
That is so fucking stupid.
That's some bullshit, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's Trump and the Republicans. That's Trump and the Republicans.
Yeah.
That's their idea.
They love that, paying that shit back.
And they got tons of money, but they don't want anybody else to have tons of money.
No, because then you have as much power as them, and they don't want you to have power like they do. They've made the system to where it's all about money. The more money you have, the more power you have.
And it's just like they always try to tie the stock market in with regular people. The stock market has nothing to do with regular people. Nothing at all.
Fantasy.
That's about it.
Because again, if the stock market goes up 1% and you have $200 in there, you made, wow. It's going to take you 10, 40, 60, 150, 200 years to fucking
make
catch
it
up.
Yeah.
But, you can save $25 a week or a month.
Sure you can.
Yeah. Which gives you what?
$25 a month?
Yeah.
That's $100. Oh, a month?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not very much money.
No. It's 4 times, so it's $300.
A month?
Yeah.
Huh?
20 times 4 is 100, right?
Right.
And there's 12 months, that divide that by 3.
20 times 4 is $80.
No. 25 times 4
Oh, 25 times 4, right. See, no.
is 100, yeah.
And it's 4 weeks in a month.
No, we're talking once a month.
Oh, Jesus. That's no money.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
And some people can't even do that. Most people are fucking overextended because they have no other choice.
But
I don't want to say they have no other choice. Probably a lot of them are making decisions that aren't proper decisions, but it goes back to the point of...
regardless of what decisions they're making,
yeah.
What they're trying to do, especially the Republicans, some Democrats, but mostly Republicans, but there's some Democrats that are fucked up too, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
And they're trying to turn us into a third world country.
They want us to be like China so they can pay us like China.
They want us to be like India, more so than China.
Yeah,
Because India's a democracy. And India's a democracy. So they want us to be more like India.
Is it really a democracy?
Yes,
it's
it
a
is.
caste system.
But the government is a democracy.
Right, which again is based off the caste system.
Yeah.
So technically, only the people of the top caste are getting into politics. So you don't have any, just like here, there's no representation. They're
that's
trying
not
to turn it into
altogether
a
true.
caste system.
That's not altogether true. There are parties that are for poor people that are in the parliament.
Yeah.
Yes, there are parties
But
that
they're not,
represent the poor.
they represent, but they're not of.
No, they're of. They're
No.
people that live, yes, they are.
Well, I guess I'm talking shit that I don't really know.
Yeah. They're people that, live in those areas and, represent those areas. They don't have any money, but it's not like here where you gotta have money to be in politics. Over there, you don't have to have money to be in politics. You can be poor as fuck and get elected to an office over there if enough people vote for you. That's how Mahatma Gandhi got so popular. He had shit. He didn't have nothing. He didn't have no way to really, affect anything happening.
I thought Mahatma Gandhi was from upper middle class.
He might have been, but he left all that behind. He did just like Siddhartha. He left all that behind to live a life of really nothing.
Oh, he was a lawyer.
Yeah, to live a life of nothing. He gave all that up. That's why he's such a prominent figure. Because he could have lived high on the hog, Never had any problems. And what is that? That cloth that they wear? It's called something. I can't remember what it's called. But it's beggar's cloth. Only beggars and really poor people wear it. That's why he started wearing that, to represent
Dottie.
Dottie. And he didn't have nothing, man. Like Jesus. He
Mark of identification of Indians rural poor.
He's a deep dude, man. He was a deep dude.
I mean, he was just another Buddha type guy.
But he had the ear of the people.
22, he's got called to a bar. He didn't start a successful law practice. He moved to South Africa.
Yep. Where he met
Stayed for 21 years.
where he witnessed
He raised a family and first employed nonviolence resistance in a campaign for civil rights. At age 45, he returned to India. He set about organizing peasants, farmers, and urban laborers to protest against excessive land tax and discrimination. Yeah, because it was under the British rule.
Yep. Imperialism. That's where Martin Luther King got a lot of his stuff. Not
Right.
everything, but some, you know, he was a believer in Mahatma Gandhi.
In 47, they granted independence. And then he died
He got
in
assassinated.
48.
He got assassinated, didn't he?
His last of these undertakings was... Oh,
I think he was assassinated by another peasant. I think he was crazy or something. If I remember correctly, things are fuzzy. But I'm pretty sure he got assassinated.
no, he did it himself.
He did with himself.
Hold on, let me go down here and
What are you
actually...
talking about? He did with himself? Killed himself?
Kinda.
No.
Let me get to it. He kinda did. It wasn't like a, I'm sad, I'm going to kill myself. It was during one of his protests.
Doing one of his protests what?
Okay, hold on. Oh, you're right.
He wouldn't take security. He wouldn't take guards. He didn't want anybody beating people or doing anything violent to the people. So he didn't have any security. He didn't have no bodyguards. He'd walk around. Anybody could have fucked him up at any time.
He started another fast. That's what it was. It
Yeah.
made it sound like his fast killed him, but no, he got shot
Yeah.
in the chest. Some dude, Nathram Gadush, a Hindu nationalist.
Yep. Paper just went flying out of your hand.
30 minutes. He made no attempt to escape either.
Uh-uh. He was a true non-violent person, man. He was
No, not him. I mean the guy that shot him.
Oh,
But I don't understand why he doesn't really a nationalist. Hold on.
well, did I tell you exactly about the guy that did the assassination? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I want to know what I thought. Fucking Gandhi was a nationalist.
Well, I think this guy was like had screw loose. I think he at one time I think he was in a mental institution, so I don't think he had it all together upstairs.
God is an advocate of Hindu nationalism, which is okay. Who believed Gandhi to have favored the political demands of India's Muslims during the partition of India.
Well, see,
Plotted the assassination with others after the trial of the good year, blah blah blah. So they thought he was they thought he was being too good to the Muslims, basically.
He was a Hindu.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he believed that
All people.
Gandhi was too good to the Muslims.
See, he said, well,
Because like
see,
when
back then,
when the partition happened, if you were Muslim on the Indian side, you probably got massacred.
yeah, well,
And
they killed.
if you were Indian on the Muslim side, there's a chance you got massacred there too.
They killed thousands.
Yeah, it was a huge massacre.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
Yeah. So it makes sense why this dude would kill him.
They just ran people down the street and murdered them.
He thought Gandhi, by giving, because again, I'm assuming the nationalists wanted to control all of Pakistan too.
Yeah, but I think, like, again, it was that, but I also think, if I remember correctly, this guy had been in a mental institution. I think he was nutty anyway.
No, he fucking set this thing up with 6 other people.
Yeah, but I think that doesn't mean he wasn't crazy. That doesn't mean at one time he wasn't crazy. He was...
No, I get that. I'm sure he's crazy in some way, but I'm just saying, like, he's like a Trump tart in his own way.
Well, maybe the British had something to do with it.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
They could have.
Mm-hmm. There was more than... There were other attempts on his life. That was just a successful one. I think it was 1 or 2 other attempts on his life.
I mean, that's not surprising.
He was a hell of a person, man.
Who?
Gandhi.
Yeah, he was, yeah, I know. He also was, controversial as everyone else is.
Well, he had an ego. He had an ego.
Ego, and he was pretty racist.
But, well, I don't know about that.
He was racist against Muslim people.
I don't know about that. I don't think
There's
so.
lots of things that, before he really became who he was,
No, that's a different person.
I understand that, but still, it's still there.
Well, because he was raised like that in India. You were raised like that.
Yeah, I mean, it makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. But he saw through that shit. That's the point I'm making. He could have lived high on the hog, you know, not living in a corner on the floor.
He did what the Buddha did.
Yeah, Siddhartha.
Yeah.
Before he became Buddha.
No, after he became Buddha. He sat under the tree, then he became enlightened, and he decided to come back and teach people, but he basically lived a beggar's life the rest of his life.
Yeah, he lived in a cave.
Getting food when he could from whoever would give him food.
Begging.
Mm-hmm.
Although after a while, people would bring him food.
Yeah, depending on where he was.
Yeah,
and what time,
yeah.
but yeah.
But that's one thing about over there too, man. I have an affinity for some reason with India, and for some reason, Hinduism. I don't know a lot about the religion, but for some reason I'm attracted to it. I don't know why.
Yeah,
But,
it's one of the biggest
Yeah.
things that happens between me and Cut. I mean, that's the number one disagreement.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, the Bible has its shit in it. I don't doubt that, but I discount it in the same way I discount everything else. They're just stories from people from a long time ago that had no idea, like, dude, if you could have... We're entering into an age of humanity that, unless it happened and disappeared, like, say, 20,000 years ago, we left the planet, and then the people that were left here, something happened, wiped most of them out, so everyone else that's off planet, time's relative, you know what I'm saying, they're off doing their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, by the time they come back, it may be, 5,000 years from now.
Yep.
So, but they lost contact with Earth, and they have no idea what's going on, and then they go to come back, and they're like, you guys are fucking using petroleum? You know the sun's right there, right? Have you not seen how a plant does it?
That's why I think a lot of the occupants of these UFOs, or whatever you want to call them, don't really do a lot of communication with us. Every now and then they'll pick up somebody and, whatever.
Yeah.
But because I think they know that, we're in the infancy. We're just nutty as fuck.
Or they know it's just...
Or they're from the future and they don't want to mess with it.
Or they're from the past and they just don't want to deal with us.
That could be true, too. It's because they were talking
Because
about...
if we reset, like I think, then...
In other words, they think we've had 4 or 5 extinctions.
Yeah, resets.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's possible now. A virus, say coronavirus mutates and kills 95% of the population.
Mm-hmm.
For one, the 5% that's going to be left, few of them are going to survive.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to be left with 0.5% of the population surviving from that. And half of that 0.5% are going to be people who live off their own anyway and
Mm-hmm.
never have any human contact with us anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And in 10,000 years, over time, eventually they'll have migrated out. And it may take 10, 20, 30,000 years to get to that point.
Slowly but surely.
They'll have migrated out of the villages and retaken back the planet in different ways. And it'll be fucking scraptures of this and that. Who the fuck knows?
But when you get to the Bible, when I was younger, I joined church.
Yeah, so did I.
I went to church from the age of about 8 or 9 till I was about maybe 25 years old.
I went until I was 18.
Yeah,
When they
until I was
asked me
about
for
25.
money, I was like, nah, I'd rather work. And I started working every Sunday. I was like, I'm not gonna, you want me to give you money? Dude, I'm a fucking 17-year-old kid with no money.
Hey,
I was hoping
that's the
you would help.
amazing.
I was hoping you'd help me get to my next step.
That's one of the most amazing things.
You just
about
want me to
church.
give to you without
About
giving
church. They tell you we got a building fund. We want to build a better church. They always have a building fund.
No, there's that. And you need to, if you're actually in a community, you should have funds for those things, like a house fund or community fund for the different buildings, because they do fucking need maintenance. That's part of our problem in this society is we don't value maintenance.
Well, see, it's one thing to have a church. And it's another thing to have a, what is it? How do I want to phrase it? A symbol of capitalism. Because these churches are all mega churches. They're huge.
Yeah.
30,000 people could get in there and all that kind of crazy stuff.
Like you don't have to pay taxes.
Like this Joel Osteen dude.
That dude.
And it's not just him. It's a whole bunch of them.
He's the
You ever
most
see the
famous.
thing on Rogan when he does the church guys, the evangelist?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, he does a whole thing about them. And this Peter Popoff dude,
Yeah.
you ever hear of him?
Uh-huh.
Oh, he was big time. He's worth maybe $100 million. And
How are you a minister worth that much money?
because people are stupid enough to give it to him.
Like,
Come on, they buy him jets.
was that the one dude that was like, I need a 4th jet? Jesus tells me I need a new jet?
That was another dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he was justifying why he needed this
Yeah,
jet.
Jesus had said that he needed
He
to
needed
talk
another
to
one.
Jesus, and Jesus was like, you need
Jesus told you.
another private jet. Like,
So this Popoff dude had an earpiece in. So before services would start, he had people walking around like they were just regular people, and then talk to somebody. Oh, hey, how you doing? Yeah. Oh, my name is so-and-so. Yeah, man, I'm here for so-and-so. And they'd tell them some things about themselves. And then they'd go in the back, and he was wired. And they'd say, call Carl Hammond. And he'll say, he'll do all like this. Is there a Hamilton? Carl Hamilton?
Yeah.
And the guy would stand up, and everybody go, ooh! And
Yeah.
say, come forward. And he'd start telling him about stuff in his life,
the best ones are the ones where they ask you 20 questions, and then when he get him up on stage, that's all they're doing is feeding them the 20 questions.
That's
that they
exactly what's
asked you
going
right
on.
before, but you don't remember them asking because...
Right. Or you don't put 2 and 2 together.
True.
I went to one called Liberty Temple. It's right here on 7 Mile, right off of Chrysler Freeway, right there. And I used to take
There's a lot of churches on that road.
This is a long, yeah, it is. This is a long time ago. I was dating this girl. Her mom went there, and her mom's car broke down. She said, "Would would you take my mom to church? I was like, church? Please? So, okay, I went along. So on the way there, the mother said, yeah, he's a healer. He can, if you got cavities in your teeth, and you go and he put his hands on you, your cavities will go away. I'm like, what? You know?
Good Lord.
And they were selling anointing oil for like $20 a bottle, a little teeny bottle. Probably some virgin.
It's just olive oil.
Yeah, that's what it's just, a virgin olive oil with a little something to make it smell.
Yeah, like some rosemary.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
$20 for that little shit.
Mm-hmm. The way people make money. It's kind of
Now, the one church I went to a few times, what was that called? It was the one in Palmer Park. Unitarian. Unitarian churches don't ask for money. They'll never ask you for money.
Well,
Yeah.
Presbyterian church didn't, like, they always pass the hat.
They won't do that.
No?
They'll have a little box hidden, like way off in a corner somewhere, where you can walk over and nobody even see you and put some money in, or not. They didn't care. They didn't ask for
Because
money.
that's one of the reasons why they pass a hat. Is because they want you to be shameful for not putting in.
Exactly.
You get to watch your neighbor put in what
And
they
that's
put
why
in.
the Unitarian Church don't do that.
Yeah.
So everybody don't have the money.
Most people don't have the money.
Yeah, and if you don't,
20%.
you'll need other people looking
I
at you.
think they want to, like, 20%.
Oh, tidings you're talking about.
Yeah.
When you do tidings. I think it's between 10 to 20%.
It was like, what do I get out of this?
And you got to tithe it. They want to know how
Get
much you
nothing for
make.
it.
They want to know how much you make a year, and then they're going to knock out the other 10%. Well, this is what you owe. And they'll send you an envelope. Called tidings envelope.
I know. That's when I quit. I was like, you want 10 to 20% of my fucking earnings?
Plus
I don't make any money.
Plus, they want you to put something in the thing every Sunday.
No, that's what that was.
Oh, no.
No, mine was, you're going to give this every week, and this is your tithe. This is what you're going to give.
Oh, well, the way it was in the church I was at, you tell them how much you make a year, and then say whatever you owe for that year. And if you didn't pay immediately, if you didn't, like, what I'm saying is, they give you a certain amount of time, and you don't make any movements, they send an envelope to you. You get in church sitting there, and all of a sudden somebody pass you an envelope. Everybody be looking.
Oh, good Lord.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That church thing was wild.
Yeah. Religion itself is a wild concept.
Kumbaya. You'd have to sing Kumbaya.
Who?
At church.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, oh, shit.
So I was at one of the active churches. We went to Wisconsin. We went to Sleeping Bear Dunes. We went to Franklin. We would travel and go different places, visit other churches and stuff.
We went to one thing, Alma sleepover. It was like a lock-in type thing. They took us to a college and they locked us in it.
Oh.
Had all the doors. The classrooms were all locked except for the library and the gym.
So that those two places people would be.
Yeah, you could hang out in the library, hang out in the gym, or they had pizza.
Is that for like all
pizza
night?
and shit in the cafeteria.
It's for like all night?
Yeah, you would just be all night, locked in all night. And the guy gets up, and it's like a lot of people. There's 30, 40 people at this thing. And this is just the first joke I ever remember someone telling, right? I have to kind of face the camera for this. He goes, all right, you know how you, I don't even get this the right way, but you pray to Jesus,
He
goes,
crucifixion.
Yeah, he goes, why was Jesus crucified on a cross and not bludgeoned to death with stones? Because that was a legit way to kill people back then.
Yeah. Stoning.
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
Because if they bludgeoned them to death with stones, you'd have to pray like this.
I walked right into that shit.
You did that shit?
I walked
And
right.
I remember it because I don't know why.
I walked right into that crowd.
Oh, everyone laughed. Don't worry.